Welcome back to Gin Reviews from South Florida. As you can see, I think I might have got a little bit too much sun, but it's been about 5 years since I actually stayed out in the sun. And this Floridian sun, yeah, it does a number on you. These arms are lobster red. Anyway, tonight we're going to Texas. We're going back to Texas, and we're going to do this beautiful tall bastard right here. This is Frio 7 times distilled gin. Some gin with me, come on in. Frio is distilled by Frio Distillers, made in San Antonio, Texas. It's classic on the nose. The botanical, juniper of course, cardamom, citrus peel, and angelica root. 4 botanicals, but each one of those botanicals are very classic and London dry. So now I was gonna do a Texas accent with this, but you know what? No. There's nothing that represents Texas life, music, and history more than Frio River of South Central Texas, named by Spanish settlers in the 1600s. The Frio, meaning cold, river, the constant flow and cool water of the springs with the purest of water used in our premium gin. We produce this handcrafted product in small batch pot stills, which is more time consuming, but meets the high standards of Texans. Distilling the gin 7 times as opposed to the standard 3 allows for the most pure liquid to be bottled fresh and pristine, just like the springs of the river. The Frio's natural beauty, rich history, and Texas culture are embodied in our product, so please give it a try. It would be our pleasure for Frio to be part of your good times for years to come. I'm sure it would. So we're at 40%. It's a low boy, but let's hope there's a little more going on. Now, this is a bottom of the gin shelf gin, and it is around $14 for a 1/5 of a gallon. And I have seen this gin pretty much up and down the coast, and I've wanted to try it for a long time. Like I said, I was trying to get all the information right here, so it's so frustrating when these distilleries, you know, they don't put out their botanical list. I really don't understand this. They don't. Alright, well, it looks like they thought about me a little bit here. Maybe not. Oh yeah. Wow. Okay, well, it's almost there, I promise. Okay, I see a cork in there. It's kind of, I honestly thought it was going to be a screw top. So, you ready? I'm ready. Modest, quick, chirpy. The 3 words that are up here. This cork here is a plastic cork, and this cap is also plastic, so it's a plastic on plastic, and I'm sure it'll stay in our landfills for about, I don't know, 8,000 years. Thanks, Frio. All right. It's definitely a London dry. It is a London dry aroma. Heavy juniper, earthiness. There is definitely a citrus note. I don't know what citrus is used, but there's definitely citrus in this. It's close to Tanqueray on the nose. It's more close to Tanqueray than Beefeater or Bombay. Um, I'm getting pretty much just like 3 notes. I'm getting the pine, the juniper, I'm getting the citrus, and then I'm getting the earthiness that is probably from the Angelica. All right, one last thing to do. Let's do it the right way, huh? Salute, you little cold bastard, you. You know what? For a bottom of the gin shelf, gin, this is very nice. It's not astringent. It's not burning in a bad way. It's actually producing a very nice traveling burn. Honestly, I would not think this is a 40% gin, just by the burn alone. It's very well made. Every botanical has its own spot and it shines. The juniper is right there first and foremost, which we want. The citrus, the earthiness, and the underlying alcohol, not ethanol. It's very nice for a bottom of the shelf, like I said, bottom of the gin shelf gin. You can definitely do a lot with this gin. I know it's gonna make a really good gin and tonic, and I can see it working in probably 5 or 6 cocktails already in my mind. So martini for sure. I mean, this is a martini gin all the way. So if you see it out there and you don't want to spend $35, $40 on a designer cracked gin, you could plunk down $15 and get a bottle of this Frio, and I'm telling you, you're gonna be happy with the purchase. All right, well, I went and got my standard almost. I didn't bring the goblet one because knowing me, it would not make it back home. So we're gonna go 2 ounces. You know what, to be completely honest, it's about 2.5 ounces. I like to do, as you know, a nice hefty, good-sized, man-sized pour. Tonic, meet your new friend. Gotta love that. Cheers, salute. It needs citrus for sure. I just had to. Okay, so I have this white grapefruit, not pink, and Persian. Nice hunk of lemon. Okay, I'm just gonna mix everything mixed up a little bit here and see what happens. Let's see if this really lives up to its name. And it's cold, delicious. Oh yeah. This is a very, very nice gin and tonic gin. And I'm gonna say martini as well. It is just dry enough. It has only a little bit of sweetness on the back end. Nothing like an Old Tom, like direct sugar into it, but there's a sweetness that kind of rounds it all out on the back of the palate. The citrus is like always. It's amplifying up the quinine in the tonic. It's amping up the cardamom and juniper together. And then the citrus peel, which we don't know what it is really getting a nice shine right now with all this citrus floating around in this gorgeous, gorgeous cocktail. This is the kind of gin and tonic that is perfect for the beach. I mean, literally today I made myself a beautiful strawberry gin. I had a little bit of Snoop Dogg's Indigo, and I made a nice Indigo gin and tonic, Spanish style. And it was that cup that you guys saw on the previous video that I made out of a water bottle. And it was the most perfect day today out there on the water. Beautiful, so beautiful, you know. Get a good cleanse. We saw so many barracudas. I mean, like right in front of us. Like I would scan about 3 to 4 feet in front of me. I've always done this. I'm pretty good at finding or seeing things before it happens, especially in the water. Not in relationships, but anyway. Besides that, these shadows started coming, and the first thing that I saw out there was a manta ray, not a stingray, a manta ray, and it was flying like right next to us. So cool. And then about 5 minutes later, the barracudas started coming in and feeding off all the triggerfish that were actually feeding off of most of us. I'm having a blast doing these reviews here on the beach for this beautiful summer of 2021. You know, we finally got here, right? Remember last year at this time? You don't want to. Anywho, from me to you to me, and everyone else out here in the middle, from sea to shining sea, I wish you a wonderful night, a gorgeous afternoon, a beautiful morning, and come on back. Come on back. Have a drink with me, please. Salute. Cheers, you bastards.
Wow. Wow, look how red that little bastard is down there, huh? God, he's gotta stop drinking and swimming. But since you're here, you might as well subscribe to see more of this glorious gin bastard drinking gin.